Okay, Emerson is our first author, and we're going to look at his friendship reading from what we've read in class. The theory for me is two or more individuals provoke or inspire each other to be self-reliant, to follow their calling, and improve their character. In my words, people need to learn to not rely on their friends. Because if they consistently rely on them, they aren't growing as a person, they're not doing things for themselves. So what's the point of trying to be self-reliant when you can't? The quote, "When friends get clingy, they stop inspiring us to become our best selves, to say and do new things, and to achieve our unique character. They should keep their distance and inspire us from afar." Shows is what I think the theory ultimately is describing, also, but it is a quote, so I mean, my own words based on that quote kind of seem to be the same thing. Another one of his quotes is, "Ultimately, our friends' job is to show us our strengths and weaknesses are. When they show us that, we can begin to overcome the weaknesses and build our strengths to make us a better person." Also, within this, Emerson's friendship doesn't have to be equal. It can be two different ways. It can be one person's self-reliant, one and has a bad character, one person has a great character and terrible self-reliance. Whatever it is, you can still be their friend. So, with that, we're going to look at me and my roommate, Anthony. I have my license, he does not. He relies on me to take him places when we hang out. Or, like, we live in an apartment together, so if he needs to go to the store, I have to take him. Or somebody else who drives has to take him. That's not being very self-reliant. I mean, he can go get his license, he chooses not to. For the two different levels, we are like that. We're two different levels of self-reliance and character. Obviously, I drive, I have no problem being self-reliant on myself. He, on the other hand, has a problem being self-reliant because, like I said, he uses me for rides places. Our characters kind of collide a little bit. We see things a little differently, we do things a little differently. But from that, we're still friends. I mean, we're not overbearing on each other. We keep our distance. When we figure out things that are weaknesses and strengths, we help them. We help overcome the weaknesses, and the strengths we build on. And the weaknesses are probably the toughest part for me to help him with, because his weaknesses are something I'm not familiar, comfortable, or regular with. So to say that we help each other, but we have to do it in a certain way for each of us to understand. But yeah, that's Emerson and friendship for me.